Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the most incredible garage. We're visiting today the Kapow Racing Batcave. My friends at Kapow Racing have invited me to come and share this with you. Now, normally, the garage we're in, no cameras, no cell phones, no video, but today, a little difference. Check this out. The Batcave, the lineup of cars, the display, the things that are around. This is like dreamland. Movie cars, really special stuff, bespoke artworks on the walls, gigantic single prints in fact, turntable with the Heritage Ford GT, the 8 triple stack car lifts. Those are just immense. All the memorabilia, pinball machines, arcade machines. We're going to have a full look around today here at the Kapow Racing Batcave. This is awesome. Let's check it out. Firstly though, check this out. This entire wall with the 8 BendPak triple stackers, 3 cars high, it just looks amazing. It's almost like they're toy cars, the way that they're presented. If I had the height, I would definitely be doing something like this. Of course, the BendPak lifts and the way it works is you kind of have these multiple levels that can all be lowered down as you take the cars out. We're going to come back to all of those cars in a moment though. You can probably tell there's a bit of a movie car theme going on in here, especially with this print up on the wall. And in fact, you might remember when I came to the original Batcave 3.5 years ago, met with Dave and we went out in the original Batmobile. We had some reactions around Las Vegas. That was crazy, but also cars that feature in the collection. Bullet, Bond's DB5, Back to the Future Time Machine, all cars that are actually out in different places at the moment, in museums, on display, that kind of thing. But nonetheless, it's a pretty cool display and there's so much more to it in the offices, the memorabilia, the arcade machines. This is like the ultimate, well, Batcave, toy room, dream setup. It's immense. So let's have a little look around. Obviously, we've brought a little bit more yellow here by driving in with my GT Black Series, which might do a Gumball at some point. You never know, you never know. But alongside this wall, we have some of the cars positioned. And I even like the details down to the flooring, having that different color segue to separate where the cars are parked with the main central area of the hall. This is the Aston Martin Vantage Bond Edition. They made a limited number of them and they all came with a set of skis on the roof. Of course, just like in the latest Bond film, you have the skis mounted with suction mounts directly onto the glass back there. Kind of gives me ideas for things I wouldn't mind doing. In fact, I've got to show you this. Look at the number plate, the license plate. Vantage. How perfect is that for the Bond Vantage? And then if I show you inside the car, you actually have a few other details as well that link through to this, including the door sill plaque that you can see, Aston Martin 007 edition Vantage, and it's, what is it, 1 of 100. And then in the center, you can see in the armrest, there's actually a little plaque inside there, kind of like you've got access to all the toys and gadgets of the Bond cars. I like that red detailing around the shifter as well. That's all really nice. So yes, 1 of only 100 cars that they made of the Bond Vantage, which is really quite special. I never really gelled completely with this generation Vantage, but I definitely appreciate the limited collectability of that nature of it. Then we have the Acura or Honda NSX, a car that I think is very underrated. I've really enjoyed driving these. A lot of the engineers who did the 918 Spider went to Acura Honda and were involved in that project, and they're cars that they didn't actually make all that many of at the end of the day. So a very, very much collectible machine from this generation. Early hybrid, obviously very different to the original NSXs, and that was arguably why it was controversial, so much heavier with the battery tech, etc. We've got an SLS AMG, gullwing, silver with the red interior, iconic specification, super smart car. If you know me and you know how much I like my SLS, I'm always going to be drawn in that direction, as am I towards this, the Heritage Edition Ford GT. New Ford GT, always for each year they offered a different heritage livery to pay tribute to something from the car's past. So in the first 4 years of the new GT's production, they paid tribute to the winning cars from the first 4 years that Ford won at Le Mans, 1966, 67, 68 and 69. The Golf livery car was victorious in the 24-hour race in 1968 and 69, although with different numbers. So this car in the 3rd and 4th year of production, you could have with this Golf livery, which gives you that exposed carbon fiber roundel on the door. It's a full carbon fiber panel with the kind of negative left unpainted for the numbers, which is really nice. And then obviously the Golf blue and Golf orange painted details over the top. Again, massive respect for the license plates. It's not easy to do that. to have them completely matching. And I quite like this dark chrome wheel that the Heritage GT has, along with some interior details, which I actually copied a little bit for mine. This car has the blue and orange stitching on the interior, which I did with the red and gold stitching to match my kind of bespoke Heritage GT, if you will. We've got a Ferrari 360, which I think was one of the first supercars of the collection. Again, iconic Rosso Corsa over the tan interior, the Koyo interior. And lastly, the 05 Heritage GT. And you know what's crazy is how much of these have been flying up in value, because it was the only special edition, you could say, of the older Ford GT, the car that celebrated Ford's 100th anniversary. If you've never seen it before, check in the headlight. 100, you see that? 100, quite clever, isn't it, what they did there? So these are flying up, not all that many of them in the Heritage livery overall, and just a really special thing. We're going to come back to some of the arcades and memorabilia and that kind of stuff, because I want to point at the cars here, and hey, look, even the chairs, even the stools here are in the Golf colour scheme. Had to be done, didn't it? Now, there are lighting, or lights on in here, which very much give that whole theme, whole vibe, quite a Las Vegas theme. But you'll spot up top, we have a Nissan 350Z. That's actually the 50th anniversary car. We then here have the Camaro pace car. Kind of hard to see everything actually from down here. It's almost like it's quite overwhelming when you look at it all. New Nissan Z, the 400Z. In the next row, we've got the Speedster down at the bottom. Then above that, we've got the BMW Z3. Then up top, you can just about make it out, we've got the Fiat 124. Next to the Mustang Mach-E. Now, Mach-E's Mustang, that nameplate has certainly been quite a controversial talking point, hasn't it, in recent times? But hey, it's there, and it's actually acting as a placeholder for the number plate that's going to go on. You probably know exactly what. Beneath that, NSX, very cool. At the bottom down here, a car you'll know that I'm a big fan of, the BMW 1M. Really, really fun thing. Definitely need to get one of those at some point before too long, as I suspect values of these things, especially if I keep blabbing on about it like so many people are at the moment, are going to end up going up, and it's going to cost me a lot more than it would right now. We've got the Mustang Bullet. You actually see quite a few of the new Mustang Bullets. Of course, it's a tribute to the original Bullet from back in the 60s, from the films, but nice car to have down there. Up top above it is the Challenger 50th anniversary Scat Pack. I think it's only a handful of those in that particular colour. What else do we have over here? Bronco up top. That's kind of crazy because the Bronco is a big old car, but sitting way up there. Then we've got the Viper. We've got an original Fisker Karma. That's really unusual. Fisker are making a comeback, but the Karma, I mean, it was really one of the first of this kind of thing, right? Electric saloon machine. Henrik Fisker used to be at Aston Martin, has done all sorts of cool cars along the way, and went off and did his own thing with the Karma. Lastly, we've got a 240Z and we've got a 280Z on the stackers over here, but obviously there are lots of spaces, you've noticed that. The idea is that more of the cars which are currently in another garage are going to be venturing this way across the country, and this will be completely full, and lots of the other movie cars will all be here as well. Cayenne Coupe, look, I love this. You can tell a Gumballer because there will be Gumball stickers everywhere. Gumballers know how to do it with Gumball details. Little gym area, tool area, all sorts of other things tucked in around there, because that's what making a garage a man cave is all about, right? That's the whole purpose of it. We've got the C8, as I said, which drove on the Gumball 3000. I love going around the world and being reunited with Gumballers and Gumball 3000 cars. It's such an awesome community of people who share a passion for cars, a passion for adventure, a passion for travel, a passion for doing things that are just out there, a bit different, a bit unknown. And obviously the C8, a great car to do it on, because you actually have quite a decent amount of luggage space in here, up front and in the back. You can take the roof down if you would prefer. This particular car, is this a Targa panel? Or you could have the convertible where you can electrically do it. But yeah, obviously the Z06 or Z06 is out now and moves the game on even further for Corvette. But we've got more to go and see. Let's go and check it out. The elephant in the room that I'm sure had some of you screaming at your screens. How did I miss the Golf GT40? Ford versus Ferrari, Le Mans 66, up there on this bespoke artwork alongside James Bond, Batman, and over the other side we've got the Doc as well. But of course that movie, or rather that series of events in the motorsport world, gives us the tributes with the new Ford GT and with its predecessor as well. But the more you start looking at this artwork that's been created here, the more you notice how bespoke it is. Take the piece over here as well. You can see some of the cars, the Batmobile, the Back to the Future DeLorean, the Aston DB5. That Targa Heritage is also part of the collection as well. And even more cars on the Hot Wheels track in the background. All cars that are either right here or in the other parts, which is really awesome to see. We've also got some arcade machines, Jurassic Park, Halo. We've got the world's largest Pac-Man, which is a massive consumer of time, and I may have spent longer playing on that than I probably should have. I love this setup, the office with the glass walls through towards the garage. That's what I'm going for with parts of the museum, all to come soon. I'm gonna head in there in just a moment because alongside we've got some more arcade machines, we've got Superbikes 3, we've got Cruise and Blast, but come on through because even in here, spot the theme of the colors, the blue and the orange of the seating areas, things like this, the full 1:8 scale Heritage Ford GT. Now, I don't have one of these for my car. I believe they can make them bespoke. I've got one for my Senna, and I should probably have one for the Ford GT because that's just awesome. Other things, the paintings, the small arcade machines, plenty more bits and pieces. In fact, come through here, check this out. The full golfing simulator. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I can hit a golf ball to save my life. I've given this a go. I've absolutely failed. It falls in the water every single time. So I'm not going to give that a go on camera because it would be awfully embarrassing to come back through this way. Again, just fun paintings, pictures. No cameras, no cell phones, no video. That's thanks to the guys that it's possible to bring the cameras inside. I just love this. The different seating areas, you know, this whole area here is specifically set up, specifically done, because from here, you're actually looking up to the big old display screen up there, which is really quite fun. Playing Gumball 3000 videos as it happens. We've got Bun Team Trill up on screen at the moment. That's from the Talladega Speedway. Oh yeah, we had Bun's Burgers. Those were nice. That was a good day. That was a good rally. It was great fun. But yeah, to be completely honest, what an awesome setup. And just imagine when the other cars are here. You know, when the DeLorean's here, when the DB5 is here, when the Batmobile is back. It's currently on display at a museum up in Reno, here in Nevada at the moment. Oh, what a dream garage. What a dream setup. This is epic. This is really cool. The space, the layout, the lifts, like, do not underestimate the awesomeness of the BendPak triple stackers like that. I love all the small details as well, like how they're numbered, similarly to how we've done mine. And there are things like there's an airline there. We need to get something like that, an airline for tire inflation and that kind of stuff. You never realize how often that can be beneficial if you've got a compressor lined up and set it up properly. So yeah, really, really nice garage, really cool setup here at the Kapow Racing Batcave, and really, really awesome to be able to share this with you. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Do follow the guys over on social if you'd like to catch up with more of the cars and the works in progress, because that Aston is going to be very special when it arrives. Very, very, very special. That's it for now though. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I appreciate your support an awful lot, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers. By the way, I never showed you upstairs, and I think it would be wrong to leave here without coming for a quick look, because yeah, every garage has its own little extra secret areas, special things, collectibles. I think I've experienced that visiting car collectors, people like to collect other things as well. So welcome to the Fun Zone Arcade. Come on through and take a look inside here. This is mega. This is really mega. All the different pinball machines, arcade machines, the noises of things whirring and starting up. I love this kind of thing. Look at this. Ford Mustang pinball machine. This is awesome. This is like, I don't know, it's something that tells, I often talk about this, the character of a collector or what's personal to them. All of this stuff, Simpsons, NBA Jam, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Miss Pac-Man, crazy. Cool little bonus clip really to come here. Now, to pick a machine to waste some hours playing. I'll see you next time. Cheers.